and welcome to African Voices Platform TV. My name is Chiwe Chihana. So I'm delighted today to be hosting Dom Heslop and Jack Godfrey from SlamBarz. That's Sheffield's own version of what the urban scene should be doing for new talent, new and raw talent. So SlamBarz, since 2017, SlamBarz has provided stages, studios and screens for London-style urban artists in South Yorkshire, giving them the resources to develop their craft and confidence. Today we'll explore the making of their new documentary, Slum City, directed by Jack. And then it chronicles 5 rising stars whose raw talent and resilience are reshaping Sheffield's music scene. We'll hear from Dom and Jack about how a Churchill Fellowship inspired global insights into music and community, and we share an exclusive clip from the film. So welcome, guys. Welcome, Jack, and welcome, Dom.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
No, thank you for gracing our studios with your presence.
Oh, wow.
It's nice to have the SlamBarz energy right here.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah. So tell me, what was it? Why did you launch SlamBarz back in 2017 here in Sheffield?
So SlamBarz, you know, was a necessary ingredient that we needed in Sheffield. You know, there weren't much platforms for young people to perform on. There weren't any spaces that reflected young people in Sheffield. And ultimately, there wasn't really much like artist development schemes or anything of such. So most young people will just, you know, turn to things that aren't as productive. So 2017, myself, a friend, co-founder Dylan Layla, DJ Delore, and my then mentor at the time called Vicky Morris, who has her own writing organisation called Hive South Yorkshire.
Oh, I know Vicky, yeah. Yeah, that's amazing, Vicky, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we started this movement really, and the main aim was just to get as many young people speaking their truth in the way that they do it, in spaces that look like them.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
How easy was it to just start? Did you just start, or did you start knowing what you were heading for? Did you just start and said whatever comes out of this comes out of this?
I think being an artist myself, or being a musician growing up in Sheffield, we did have a few things back in the day that were kind of artist-centred. So we had a festival called Music in the Sun. We had other small like pop-up shows called Word on Road.
Right.
And there was a few other little bits that we'd kind of do around youth clubs. So we'd be at All Saints with Clinton McCoy, over that side, with Asher, with Uncle Leroy Renham.
Yeah.
We'd be at the Hub with Isaac and a few other people, a part of our community, rest in peace Auntie Millie. And there was a lot of other people in the city who were trying to help us creatively.
Right.
But it kind of almost fizzled out. And as an artist myself, we just needed a other kind of platform to kind of do our thing. So that's how we thought we kind of shape it.
That's how you carried on.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds good. It's so authentic in originality, you know, like the community rallied and then, you know, fizzled out, but the spirit in which it was initiated is living on, I guess. That's what it sounds like to me.
100%, and it's ever evolving as well. We started with just a concept of just having pop-up shows. Our first one was at the student hubs just across the road.
Right.
And Vicky was like, right, come on, let's do this, let's try it out. I've got a community of artists around me and friends and stuff. Let's do it. She spoke to the hubs, who was who seemed quite supportive to put it on. I think we had about 30 people in there, and this was just a mixture of existing friends who I grew up with in the scene.
Yeah.
And then a few new faces, but other than that, it was mostly the reliant on just our existing community.
Great
really.
stuff, yeah.
So yeah.
Sounds really good. Before we actually go to the film itself that we want to talk about later, Jack, how did you pick up Jack, or how did you pick each other up? Where did you find each other?
It's a very interesting story, to be fair. It's an absolute. We always say this thing. We always go, "Who would have thought?" I was like, who would have thought?
Yeah.
It's so weird, and it's like a good friend of mine, Tom. He told me about SlamBarz. He was like, "Oh, do you want to come down to this night tonight, where there's just like loads of artists from Sheffield performing?" And in that same year, I'd picked up the camera, and I was like, I'm just gonna assert myself into this city as much as I can, and see as many artists, get to know a lot of people. And I went down to SlamBarz, and I was just blown away. I was like, it's very cool. And I did you a reel, just like a little content reel, like a minute. And he just said the next thing, he said, next time, he said, invoice me, because because I will pay you. Like, I'll pay you. And to me, I was like, wow, like, he's so respect, like, there was just a mutual respect from the get-go of, you deserve to be paid for this work. And that was just like, you know, it was really nice. And from then, I'd sort of just, you know, always been in conversation with you. But it's really, really amped up, like, our friendship, and it's just grown over the years. And now it's almost more than friendship.
It's family, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Are you also Sheffield raised?
Yes, yeah, I was born in...
So you've got that in common already.
Yeah, both Sheffield, yeah.
Right. Churchill Fellowship, what's that?
So Churchill Fellowship is a organisation for creatives, researchers in their own kind of lane, in their own kind of field, and it basically allows you to explore your field globally and research other organisations, other creatives, other change makers who are doing your thing, but on a more developed level. And I was
how did you find yourself in it? It sounds prestigious as well. That's good.
My good friend and director at SlamBarz today, who actually had her interview today at Churchill, so I need to shout out Claire. She had an interview today. All the best for Claire. Claire said, "Oh, have you seen this thing?" I'm like, "What thing?" Churchill Fellowship. It's massive. It's world renowned. Blah blah blah. I think I should go for it. As a freelancer, as a person who's always passionate about youth and creativity, I thought, why not? Right. With the help of Rose, Claire, Fiona, Addison, and Vicky Morris, we sculpted an application form. I got my interview, and give thanks I was awarded a fellowship, which we then went on to explore last year.
Great
and life-changing, soul transformational.
Yeah, so was that you as an artist, as a spoken, because you're multi-talented, you're a multi-artist. What, spoken word artist, how did you go in?
I say multidisciplinary.
Multidisciplinary.
I don't really like labels or boxes. I could rap, poet, spoken word.
All that jazz.
Sing, dance, culture.
Yeah. So to walk me through starting. So you started SlamBarz. This is 2017. You've got a community-ish, but then things had fizzled out. What attracted young people to actually become part of SlamBarz at the time?
So between like 2017, we did 2 gigs, and then life happened. And then between 2017 and 2022, we were dormant.
All right.
And I never imagined us, like, in a sense, coming back at this scale. But again, Vicky was doing Youth Word Up with Aftershow for the past 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
She had myself, Warda Yassin, Celia Sabanda, Danae Wellington, loads of writers and creatives sculpt that that program, and she was like, look, I feel like Aftershelf would really like SlamBarz. Have you thought about having it as a pilot again, as part of the Aftershelf Festival instead of Youth Word Up? Great opportunity.
Yeah.
And I just feel like at that point, 2022, there was kind of a buzz, like lockdown's kind of transitioning out of lockdown.
Yeah.
There's a lot more art, and there's a need to actually get out in the public domain and in a live space and perform to a live audience, of course, being in lockdown. So we just thought, let's
do this.
let's charge it up and try it again.
Let's charge it. And I love the community that, you know, when you're just saying who was involved with that, I'm thinking, oh, that was really fire. That was really cool. Like, I'm thinking Danae, Warda, Sile, that whole, and they're very inspirational young people as well. Yeah. So before we go into making Slum City, share with me two standout success stories. So we're not even doing Churchill right now. We're not doing Slum City. We're talking before that.
Okay.
Two standout success stories that you think, wow, this is it. That's what got SlamBarz here, or at least you're proudest of, both of you.
Jafsky.
It's a very interesting question. I don't think I've ever really like. I just think being from Sheffield in general and making power moves is inspirational within itself. I think that being from a city it's like this weird in between city of like, it's not quite Manchester and it's not quite
Leeds.
Yeah, or just like, you know, just like a bog standard regular city that's not. It's like it's in between thing of like it's almost this creative hub, but it's also still up and coming as well. So, you know, it can be hard to navigate sometimes where you haven't got like very important organisations, you know, fueling you and having these big things to look at. So I think just a success story of just becoming an artist in a city that's, you know, it's on a bit of a smaller scale.
You sound like, you know when Jay-Z and Alicia Keys said, it's good to make it in a city like this one,
That's
right?
it. I'm going to start singing in a minute. I'm going to bust out in song.
Yeah. And you, Dom?
I'd say a success story. I have to thank the Leadmill. I have to thank Rose Wilcox and the team, because I was once a young boy, adolescent, teenager, quite reckless in ways, and we used to look at venues like that and think, we don't belong there, etc., etc. They don't celebrate our culture, our music. Obviously, it's very indie-centered. And then when we had started to have conversations about where to have SlamBarz, etc., etc., just being able to have it in a place that was just renowned, like the Leadmill, but also from a place of not really feeling represented in the city, that is massive. So every artist that's been in there, who's been on that stage, knows that Georgia Smith has also been on that stage, and the Arctic Monkeys have also been on that stage, and they're sharing a moment. And I just think galvanizing young people to have that special moment is it's just been a success story for us, massive success story for us.
It has, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because again, outside of the Leadmill, you know, there aren't a lot of venues that we've performed at. Like, that's our home.
Right.
In essence,
Right.
it's been like all our main shows have been there.
Have been at the Leadmill.
The Leadmill, the staff, the security, the team, just get it.
Right. I have to ask, actually, now that you've said it, like, do any of the SlamBarz shows, because Sheffield is much as you were talking about Sheffield and its in-betweenness identity, I think Sheffield, to me, is very much a city of festivals, like, and they straddle between grassroots and sort of high-end, you know? So I wonder, do so Docfest is one where you've featured. Are there any other festivals that SlamBarz has sort of said, yeah, we'll platform you?
Tramlines. Shout out Tramlines as well. Hillsborough Park, and I need to shout out Otis Mensah, because he used to manage the Speakers Corner stage, and he, in between him transitioning between here and Berlin, he put our name forward as the ones to host that stage, and I'm eternally grateful for Otis as well. So Otis Mensah, so Tramlines, we've obviously had the Mobiles came, which was great. Leadmill, the Crucible was down there. From Sheffield Live. here we're here.
Here where you
In the
are
building.
today, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, great. Now, I was really interested because that's one thing that I think we have strength in, and we should probably use that a bit more. So I'm now thinking, how have we not platformed you on Migration Matters Festival, which is somewhere I'm really interested in, and it's every June. Right, let's do Slum City. Congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So you have a film. It's a documentary film. What are we calling Slum City?
I think it's classed as it's definitely classed as a documentary. It's not a mini documentary. It's about, I think, just above about 50 minutes. So it's not a short documentary.
No, it's not short.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary. Yeah. Yeah. What inspired the idea for it, and why now?
Well, we was always, as we was out on our travels with Churchill, you know, Dom was saying, Slam City, you know, I want to make a documentary about SlamBarz. And you being the producer, you was like, you sort of gathered, you know, handpicked 5 artists, and obviously that was an extremely strenuous process because there's about 20 million artists.
Did you manage to complain? Like,
I want him in it. No, we got down to 5. Well, you got down to 5, and you was like, right, it's go time. So, it was just one of them things that I don't think it was ever really thought about, but it ended up just crafting itself in a sense, like just putting up the ideas into existence, and it crafted itself. And the 5 artists are just, they all tell such a unique story themselves. And there's no artist really similar in the documentary. It's always, you know, 5 different perspectives of this great city as an artist, and most importantly, being a young person.
Wow.
I think that, you know, there's one thing that brings them all together is SlamBarz and music, but it's most importantly about the people. And, you know, you get a real good insight into them people.
What's your story of how this, because Jack is saying it was happening wherever you'd go, you'd talk about Slum City, Slum City, Slum City. But wait, did you carry cameras? How did you end up collaborating and saying, yes, let's speak this into existence?
So there came a point after like end of 2023 where we'd done a show the year prior. We, you know, really grown our community a lot, and it's kind of capturing those stories beyond the shows.
Yeah.
Beyond the kind of studio sessions that aren't always accessible to the wider community. And myself, Jack, and the team, Rose, Claire, Grace, Lord, Dylan, etc., we thought about, you know, let's have something which we can share the stories of these young people. It's accessible, and it really like depicts the kind of like nuances that are involved in their journey. It isn't just as simple as, yeah, I'm just going to get on stage and I'm going to do this. There's so many more complexities to each of their individual experiences that need capturing. And of course, Josh Get a Go, like, is just his narration is top tier, and he definitely understands how to craft and sculpt stories and storytelling, and yeah, man, like, it's really, it's strong.
It's strong?
It's strong.
I can't wait to see it. You've already started doing this as you've been talking. I want a bit of a deep dive into the artists, if that's okay. Like, I just
yeah. Not too much.
Not too much.
Too much.
Gotta go see the doc.
We're gonna go, yeah.
What I can sort of say is it's so nice to see, like you say, the vast array of artists. And, you know, we was talking the other week about, there's almost, it says you can come from struggle, but you also don't have to come from struggle as well as an artist, as a young artist. And it really explores, you know, the reasonings as to why these young people went into music. We've got a young artist called AJ. You know, she's come from a very, you know, a lot of struggle. Not the best of backgrounds. As much as I don't want to speak on her behalf, it's, you know, it's very interesting to deep dive into that, which contrasts with some of our other artists like Balby and
Harris,
and Harris, and these other people who've come from nurtured environments and but valid struggle to themselves as well. But it's more so, you know, they've got people rooting for them as well, which is lovely. So we really have that contrast between the artists and
beautiful.
Yeah,
So,
it's just
so what we see playing out, and we're going to be playing the trailer for this at the end of this. But what we see playing out then is that their personal stories and how they play with urban youth culture today. Is that the sort of thing we should be expecting?
Yeah, yeah. I think their personal stories, how they engage with urban culture, music, community, but then also like how they approach, you know, adversity, and like how that's really part of their identity as well, and they're just like successes, just their journey. It's just mad. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm probably not even like, yeah, I'm probably not selling it, but just like, yeah,
They're amazing.
it's incredible, and just how Jobski was saying in terms of that diverse array of entry points for each artist.
Wow.
It's beautiful, which all meet in the same place, which is community, music. Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
yeah.
And what's the story around? Because you're in it as well, right? Are you?
You might.
I thought you wouldn't catch that one. No. Okay, so apart from those personal stories, what elements do you think people would be like, oh, I didn't think this would be in this? Are there, not the actual thing, but are there elements where you're like, I'm intrigued, I want to see how people respond to this part?
I think when I was making it, I think I wanted to make it as cinematic as possible. And I think that when people watch it, they're going to think, wow, like, I didn't realise, you know, this could be made into a movie, like almost a movie in a sense. And I did the way I shot it and the way I wanted to edit it and grade and soundtrack, everything is that feeling of a movie experience, of stories. You almost look at these artists as if they're characters. But obviously it takes place in the real world, so.
It does, yeah. So you've taken the content, because in my head I'm visualizing you moving around at least, or following people as well, and following the artists. So have you taken it into a studio to edit, or is it just
all at home in Jack de Casa, the de Casa Jack.
Casa de Jacques. Casa de Jacques.
Yeah,
And were there local venues that partnered with you on some of this filming?
well, we had the Leadmill.
Leadmill, of course.
Oh, wow.
Home sweet home.
Yeah.
I don't think what else we had.
Do you have beds in there? You sound like you literally live in there.
I lived there.
You literally live there, yeah. So you partnered with them. No other venues that we should anticipate to see in there?
No. Just the lovely homes of the artists and the parents and stuff that allowed us to, you know, come in and take a chat. But yeah. About it, yeah.
So walk me through, maybe just, I'm now curious about the actual people and not necessarily the ones in the documentary, but walk me through a typical journey of somebody who comes to SlamBarz and becomes part of the family. What does that look like?
I think it's really diverse. I think for some young people, it's just a space to kind of come and vibe. It's kind of like a club experience. It's a vibe for them. They've got friends there. They aren't really too interested in the kind of performative aspects. For other young people, they are kind of starting to write, don't really know how to access studios or producers, X, Y, and Z. And then for the latter, they are artists who are almost quite active on the ground, so they're already writing the lyrics. They're already got a small kind of presence on social media. They know how to record. And they are wanting to kind of level up in terms of their portfolio, their artist development, and then obviously just the kind of know-how of how to kind of like navigate the music industry on a more professional level.
Are they all from Sheffield?
We started in Sheffield, but as of late, our past shows, we've had young people from Leeds, Manchester, Nottingham, Leicester, Derby, and just other parts of South Yorkshire like Barnsley and Doncaster, which one of the artists in and the documentary's from Doncaster. So
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So it's very
yeah.
South Yorkshire as well.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now let's talk about the premiere itself. Tell your favorite subject. When is that? How do people engage with it? Where do people get tickets?
So we are premiering at the Showroom Cinema, the best local cinema in Sheffield, arguably. We're premiering on May the 16th at
6:30.
6:30.
6:30.
So buy tickets. It's on Showroom website under Slam CIC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then is it just a premiere? Are you having a panel? What's going to be happening there? Is there discussion? What's the deal?
Yeah, shout out Chimde at the showroom for just really just like believing in the our vision. We always envisioned us having like a really exclusive premiere before it goes on the festival run, and
Yeah.
them just saying, listen, like, come on, like, we will guide you through the process of what it looks like to, you know, host your own documentary here in Sheffield on home turf.
Yeah.
You need to shout out Chimdi for that massively,
Hey,
the showroom
Chimdi.
team. A part of the obviously the premiere, we will have a Q&A with the panel and the director, the artists, and then we will also have a gathering after, which everyone is welcome to.
Right
you know,
there?
attend to,
Right in the showroom.
yeah, in the showroom,
Okay.
to mingle, have some conversation with the artist, the cast,
Yeah.
etc., and just vibe and just
What's the age range of the cast? Because now you're talking about after the screening. Then
Yeah.
what age groups are they in? The artists.
So the artists are 18 plus.
18.
The
Oh, so
artists
they
are
get to
18
stay
like,
up.
Yeah, the artists are 18 to 20. I'd not say 18 to 30 because Balby fits in that kind of 25 plus range.
Okay.
And we are anticipating that the documentary will be a 12A or
Okay.
12. It's just being rated at the moment, but yeah. It's 12. Yeah.
I mean, much like after last year, like last year, you just, wherever you went, you had SlamBarz. I expect that after this documentary is out there, you're going to have a lot of interest from the general public and they want to get involved. So how can the viewers and the community members get involved with SlamBarz following that? Are you anticipating it or have you not thought about that?
It's a very good question.
Yeah, I think I just feel like just engage with us. I mean, we are really visible on social media. We are local Sheffield lads. Have a chat. I mean, we first met in the showroom cafe with Des 2 weeks ago. He's like, oh,
And here we are.
and here we are.
Here we are. Yeah.
This moment is just it's testament of what just interest, intrigue, and support looks like. So
Yeah.
again, thank you for just engaging and just having that conversation. Really, so I just implore everybody else to just engage with us
Engage with you.
and
Yeah.
see whereby we can.
Yeah, some of them, like as you've been talking, and you're right, I think Sheffield's lovely for that. Like we're all connected somehow, maybe we just don't meet at the same time, but eventually there's a good network in the creative space. One of the things that has happened in more recent times that I think is relevant to you is Sheffield, the council itself has launched a cultural strategy for the city. Was that something you guys were involved in, and what are your thoughts? What's the direction the city is looking like, especially for things like SlamBarz and Slum City?
I think we're going to have a creative uproar. I really think we do, and I think it lies in the power of the sole creative, which is the singular person, which then inspires a lot more creative people to house under organisations. And it's always been very tough in Sheffield because you don't know where to look sometimes. I feel like it's like, where can I go? Where are all these people at? Like, it's as if they're hiding in the crevices of the city and stuff like that. But now it's, such as this documentary. For me personally, what I'm getting out of this documentary is it's a statement that a young filmmaker can do this.
Yeah.
They can get a showing in the showroom. They can work with magnificent organisations and tell stories that reside in the city. They're not. I implore young creatives not to look elsewhere, because it is here. It's here in Sheffield.
Do it in Sheffield. Yeah, I love that. So it's going on Docfest, right? It's not going on Docfest, or we're still waiting?
It's not, the aim was to make it for Docfest, but I think as time shown us. We just needed to kind of just get a few things finessed and polished for next year. So
Okay.
yeah, Duck Fest will be next year for us, but I'm sure
Duck Fest next year, yeah.
other festivals.
So what scale are we thinking when we're thinking Dogfest? You know, last year I was privileged to go to the Idris Elba stuff. This is going to be you guys, right?
Oh yes, yes, please.
And the rest.
And the rest. And the rest. Yeah, we hope this is we know this is the beginning of
Yeah.
something amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can see that. Like, I can genuinely see that. And these homegrown stories need platforms. I mean, if you have a big international festival, or film festival documentary festival taking place in your city, why not homegrown talent being part of the fabric of that? What does success look like then over the next 5 years, both on the film side of SlamBarz and the What?
It's crazy because we was literally talking about the next 5 years today.
Oh wow, good. So this is where I get to move a little bit and hear.
Yeah. We success, I think for me and in behalf of Dom is sort of, God, it's really hard to say. Empowering the creatives, that's definitely one. Empowering people such as ourselves. Telling beautiful, beautiful stories and putting them all under one banner, which we can set up and produce some really, really good pieces of art that hopefully will get global attention.
Yeah, very well said, mate. Very well said. I'm thinking, as you answer, I'm thinking. I just feel like, I think it's empowering creatives to do. And I think it's actually trying to show them that you can, make meaningful art. You can really get into spaces.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually creating more opportunities for creatives to be involved. I think, like, in terms of SlamBarz as an organisation, like, our value is for the community, by the community. So every person you see on that night, on whatever level, is a freelancer who we will invoice. So whether that's our DJs or videographers or our camera people who are doing the post-performance interviews, like, they are all people from the community. So I think ultimately we're trying to, nurture the kind of creative kind of landscape of opportunities for other young people who say, do you know what, I hold a camera.
Really.
And
like,
kind of upskilling. And it's the same at Tramlines. If we need a artist like liaison, right, who's able to kind of do this, right, artist runner, fine, perfect, who's able to do all of it. So ultimately it's kind of just creating more opportunities for those on the come up.
Come on, sounds really good. Actually, I have to say, a few days ago, as part of this series, we interviewed Franz. Franz once got so much to say. I think you should watch that episode because Franz was just like full of praise for you guys and the work that you do. So it's nice to have that in the city. And then, how do you hope music projects like Slam City will continue to shape and strengthen Sheffield's creative community? I think Jack, you started to speak a little bit about that, but generally there are quite a few things happening. So we've just spoken about Franz, and I like tracks as well, and then what you're doing. I think we should have a narrative for Sheffield. Like, there's so much. We just need to bring it all together. But how do you hope that can happen?
Through sheer, networking and having these spaces where we can all come together and come together and meet halfway. Everyone needs to meet halfway. It can't really be this thing anymore where it's take. I've got an idea and I want everyone else to do my idea. It needs to be this thing of everyone meeting halfway. And I think that's where, these bridges are formed and the narrative is shaped. And I can just see, some lovely houses for people to be under and work being put on as well. Like, some good jobs and
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you say that, I'm actually drawn to asking you guys a question I haven't asked, because I know personally that I experience this quite a lot. But the funding landscape is brutal. How do you get work like what you guys are doing up there? Is it just through sales, or do you try and resource yourselves with funding?
This documentary was a part of a 4-strand scheme that we had applied for, which was funded by the council. Hats off to the council. And I feel like a lot of the time, you know, everybody's competing over the same pots.
Yeah.
It's not that theirs is better than ours or ours is better than theirs.
It's that there are few funding pots available.
There's so much competition for that. I think at SlamBarz we're kind of savvy with our resources, because we've got, you know, amazing people, i.e. Jack, i.e. other creatives who will join the kind of creative vision rather than just say take.
Yeah.
And that kind of helps us navigate times where we don't have any funding.
Yeah.
So
it's passion driven.
Yeah.
I think I love that, and I think that, like, once you say meet in the middle and not take, and that indefinitely makes the best art. And once the best art's being made in the city, I reckon these funding pots may start opening up a little bit more, because it's, you know, it's hard for a funding pot sometimes to open when they can't see the reason as to why there'd be funds there. Yeah,
like,
100%.
why should we,
if there's nothing going on, but there is stuff going on, like, it's here. It's all, I see it, we all see it. So it's just about, like you say, getting these nights, getting these prems, getting networking and stuff, and just really just putting them in the faces and saying, look, we are amazing. So, yeah.
Give us the money.
Yeah.
Give us the money. Here's the evidence.
Yeah.
Evidence first, money follows.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. Last words before we play the trailer to Slum City.
Brilliant.
Last words from you on this. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for watching this. I'm so terrible. And I hope to see everyone down there on May the 16th, and it won't be the last you see of me and Dom.
Thank you. And Dom?
Yeah, thank you for having us down here, for real.
You're speaking to the people. You're coming back here soon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And,
they should come and
come
support.
down on
really.
the 16th. Go check it out.
Yeah. And beyond that, it remains in the cinema for how long? Does it in showroom cinema? Do you know?
Well, this is where we are. So as it stands, it's getting screened once.
Okay.
As it stands
today.
Because we have a strategy that we're going to keep in-house at the moment to roll it out. This is why we implore everybody to come and watch it, because you might not really see it again for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months.
So it won't tour festivals either?
It will tour the festivals.
It will tour the festivals scene. Okay, all right. That's a good to know piece of information. Thank you so much.
It's going to be touring the festivals, yeah.
Okay, well done to you guys and everybody else that you work with. Thank you so much for coming to African Voices platform. My name is Chiwe Chihana. I have been hosting SlamBarz about their upcoming documentary, Slum City, and here is the trailer.
She met him with a coin shop. Yeah, he was sick. You were one of the first people from right round here that I'd seen doing a video.
And I started keying up this car, started thumping it up and that. And the woman was in it. She beeped the car, yeah. She beeped the car, you should see my face, you know what I mean? You know,
when I would fall out with my mum or whatever, I would always come here. And most of the time, my friends would be here anyways, because they come to the same thing.
Cold. We used to see it, it never used to be something that we could access. And that changes that, definitely.
You do what you love, not put money in your pocket.
Be feeling, happy, energetic, big vibes. Like I just want a good mood. That's what I want my music to do. Because
there's young people that want to express themselves. They can't be stopped by other people like trying to shame on that.
And seeing people grow as well from kind of like their first performance to the next one, and like building confidence.
So that's why we're different to everyone else. We're elite, you can't test it. We know we can do it, so we know our limits in it.